A night not unlike many others, and yet totally different. On stage with me, I sit in the presence of 4 deities. 4 individuals who have single-handedly changed the world of film, acting, comedy in one fell swoop. And it is awesome. Tonight's guests have combined for over 200 films. You have seen them in the likes of Swingers, Road Trip, and of course, My Dog Skip.
Thank you.
Vince Vaughn, actor, raconteur, sometime pugilist. Luke Wilson, dashing, integrity, fantastic performances consistently. But definitely not Owen.
Correct.
Will Ferrell, shameless clown, overweight, head case. Todd Phillips, writer, director, sexual being. Most directors grow beards, you are no exception. I give to you the writer, director, and the cast of Old School. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome.
you, James.
Thank you.
I'll start with Vince Vaughn. Vince?
Hi, how are you, James?
I'm fine. Psycho. Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
What was the character that you played?
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates. Is Norman here? Can we talk to Norman?
Yes, Mother.
When you speak, it's as if an alien life form is speaking to me. One that doesn't communicate through sound, but communicates through emotion.
I'm so confused by you, James.
And I am confused by you,
Okay.
but in a way
I know.
that makes me feel good.
Thank you.
Luke Wilson, acting in film, how much of it is teamwork? How much of it is, these are my lines, get out of my way, I don't care what you say?
When you're working on a movie, like when we were working on Old School, we were all brutally honest with each other. I said to Will Ferrell very early on, I said, Will, I don't like you, but damn it, I respect you. And he took it well.
I think we'd be doing a disservice to this audience and to you, James, if we sugarcoated it. There were a lot of days where we butted heads. You know, on occasion, all 3 of us. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Guys? But especially Luke and I.
I mean, you don't get nothing good comes easy. I mean, I think we were all kind of from that school.
And a lot of times nothing good comes, period.
I don't know if this is the right form.
You know,
Or that you want to air those
there's a
problems
little thing called editing that fixes a lot.
In 1996, you got your break in your first film. The film is called Bottle Rocket. If you haven't seen it, rent it, watch it, put it in a locked cabinet for a year, and then watch it again. It will change your life.
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you.
You played the role of Anthony. What did Anthony do?
What kind of character was he?
Sure.
He was just kind of like an aimless kid who was kind of trying to find his way.
So
and,
in a sense, you were saying, Eureka!
That's kind of what I was trying to say, yeah.
Mr. Will Ferrell. Arguably the most talented person on our panel. I look at you, and I look into the eyes of an angel. Of course, we know your distinguished career on Saturday Night Live, and then divine inspiration hit you, in the form of a night at the Roxbury.
Thank you.
What was that like? You and Chris Kattan together, moving your heads endlessly back and forth.
It's funny, these guys would ask me, hey, what was that like working on a night at the Roxbury? What was that experience?
Go ahead. Yes.
I would honestly say, I can't express to you in words what it was like. I mean, you know, it's kind of like they talk about how astronauts who have been in space or walked on the moon a lot of times become alcoholics because they come back to Earth and it's just nothing can equate. And that's kind of what that was like.
The French refer to it as le pied en chanteur, which is, don't look me directly in the eye. The Righteous Brothers.
What about them?
Tell us.
That my dad played with them?
Yes, yes.
Lee
Yeah.
Ferrell
Lee Ferrell, yeah, he played with them. I don't know.
still plays with them.
Still does.
Amazing. And now director Todd Phillips. Let me ask you this. How did you settle on this cast?
That's a great question, James. The casting of this movie, I think, was crucial, as is with most comedies. They're about 80% casting. And for me, it was really finding three funny guys that all come from a different place comedically. I think Will comes from a very innocent, why is this happening to me kind of put upon place. And Luke kind of has a very dry sense of humor. And Vince has a very acerbic, venomous tongue. And I think you take those three styles of comedy and you put them together, and I think it really worked in the movie.
I would have said that too. Luke,
Yes.
when first approached by Todd, you were quoted as saying, "Sure, I'd love to do that movie as soon as sunshine shines out of my asshole." What did you mean by that?
Well, you're paraphrasing, but
No, this was taken out of Us magazine.
oh, yeah, I did say that,
Yes.
but I was kind of kidding, and that was also before I knew that Will and Vince were going to do the movie. But yeah, I was really excited to work with these guys. Will, he was doing Saturday Night Live at the time, and he got a little worn down at times. I mean, I know these guys noticed that, but one day I gave him a suggestion. He said, "Fallon, if you open your mouth again, I'm going to knock your teeth out." And I just kind of
I have
stepped
to
away.
give credit to Todd. He knew how to handle those situations. He'd shut down the set. He'd have everyone clear the stage, and he'd make Luke go to one corner and I'd go to the other, and he'd go, just think about it. And a half hour later, we were pretty much ready to go.
Will, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm sorry, you caught me looking at you. You're just so weird.
In a good way.
Thank you. Can we talk about craft? Is it craft or is it crap? Which is it? Why?
I think it depends on who you're talking to. I mean, I feel that I learn the most from people just by watching them work, but when
Yes.
somebody starts to talk to me about the craft of acting, I tend to tune out.
You are a delight.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. We're very glad to be here, by the way, and we're glad that you responded to the movie the way you did.
Well, when you see a film like Old School, you often look at yourself and your loved ones and your pets and where you live, and you wonder why. Why? Will Ferrell, Hank the Tank. It's actually Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. You were actually the only member of this trio. who actually was in a fraternity. What was that like? Did you draw upon it? Tell me. In 4 words or less.
I mean, that's ridiculous. How am I going to describe it to you in 4 words or less?
You are tough. You've had many acting experiences, all of you have. Some good, some bad. Tell us, what's the difference?
I'm sorry?
What?
Yes? I don't understand.
Sometimes we don't understand, but we really do. Luke,
Yes.
how much money do you make?
I mean, it kind of varies.
Couple bones?
Couple bones here and there.
Here and there. Will Ferrell, I look at you and I look into the dull, lifeless eyes of a mannequin. Yet, you are powerful. I'd like to wrap things up with a final question here from the great Nord VPN. I'll throw the questions out. You can all answer them. What's your favorite curse word?
I can say it.
Please.
Damn.
Damn. Luke.
Bull.
Will. Cunt. Todd.
Crap.
Actually, can I change mine? Horror cunt. Whore cunt.
If heaven exists,
Yeah.
what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Thanks for showing up, or...
Todd.
No, I guess I'd like him to tell me that Old School was still #1 at the box office.
If there was a box office number for fun,
Yeah.
it was #1. Gentlemen, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
I give to you Vince Vaughn,
Thank you.
Luke Wilson,
Thank you.
Will Ferrell,
Thank you.
Todd Phillips. Old School.
Thank you.
And with that, we must say goodbye to our esteemed panel. What a wonderful evening it has been. I thank you. And I thank those of you. Remember, all classes are canceled for the month of July because of the health problem, which I can't get into, but I will be able to talk to later. What?